Alright guys, so let me show you guys how I analyze market in a nutshell, right? I start from the high time frame, which is my 3 month time frame, alright, and I drop down to the monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, sometimes to 1 hour for my entries, right? Now from what you can see here, the market is now in a downtrend, but before the market has broken this downtrend, okay, which simply means there might be a reversal at this point, okay. And for that reason, you can see that the market is targeting this my 3 months time frame, you know, upper zone that I already marked out right here, okay. So I know that market is obviously going to come and complete this third touch here on 3 months time frame, but before then we need to, go down to lower time frame and see what we can do. So coming down to my monthly time frame, look at what I see in monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, if I show you the structure, the market is simply doing what we call, from this point here you can see this is a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So next thing I have to see here is a kind of higher low, right, before the market eventually turn up here to meet this our 3 months resistance zone. So for now I'm going to be bearish, okay, on the monthly time frame, right? And as you can see, monthly time frame has given us this massive bearish candlestick, which is very much swing selling momentum, okay. Now I just have to move down to the weekly time frame to add more meanings to my analysis. Now on the weekly time frame, the same thing, market has already taken at this high. If you're looking at it based on the structure, right, this is the last higher high. It has been broken, so it needs to come back, all right. That is, market need to pull back before continue to the upper side. Okay, so that's what his market is doing currently. As you can see, this market is GBP USD. I even caught some trade on it this last week. I'll show you guys how I got the entry, right? So as you can see, after this break of structure, the market wants to start pulling inside, and like I do it, if I bring my fib and I measure from this leg here, that is this my trading range here, from this low to the high, all right, and my equilibrium. So you can see that the market is still on the buy side. I don't have any business buying at this point, because the market has already shown me a sign of drop to the downside, okay. So I only have a reason to buy if the market crosses my equilibrium point, which is this mid-range. So if it should just drop below here, I'll start looking for my point of interest to take a trade at that zone. You understand? So now let's remove this now. So now as you can see that the market has already start pulling down, I just have to go down to the daily time frame to also add more meaning to it. Now here on my daily time frame, you can see that the market shows me a kind, already my bias has been bearish, do you understand, for that pullback, okay. Now from here I have this thing called a chart formation, head, shoulder, and head and shoulder pattern. Right here you can see it. Now I have my left shoulder right and my right shoulder, and market just dropped, to understand. So this is how I got the trade this last week. Now if you come to the 4 hour, what you can see is very simple. This is the trade I took last week. Now after that chart formation you see here, this is my left shoulder head and my right shoulder. Market pulled back to the right shoulder here now and broke the neckline. So upon the break of this neckline, I waited for this retest here. If I come to the 4, you can see it now. Upon the retest, that's when I join. If you come to the 1 hour, it make more sense for you. Now you can see this clearly now. So after the market broke the neckline, come back to retest here, the neckline, I enter my sell, and you can see delivered a massive drop. I got about 6% on this trade, right? Can you see this is about how many pips? It gave us about 160 pips. So that's very massive, right? So that's basically how I got this trade, and I'm still bearish on this market, remember, okay. So this is just a pullback, right? I'm expecting markets to sell that. So if market should pull back to this point again this week we're entering, I'm still going to considering selling, all right, except this particular neckline is being broken to the upside. Then so here is my bias for the week. So if the market come here, right, and give me another selling opportunity right here, I will sell to the downside, right. Or if the market come here, right, push up to this place now, from here push up here and break this particular zone here, then I'll be waiting for a retest, right here, and I'll continue buying to the upside. So that's my two scenario right here going into next week. All right, so I hope this short simple video makes sense to you. I mean, that's how I trade, and it's very simple. But understand that after this all the analysis, you need to also learn how to manage your psychology. That's also going to help you more in the market. All right, so I hope this short video makes sense. If you do, just make sure you stick around for more. Okay.